Okay, what we're going to do is going to pull these studs out of the old water pump, put in a new one. We'll double nut them. That way they'll back right out. New water pump doesn't come with studs. The person could always buy new ones, but these was all right. So just tighten these two together, and you get a hold of the bottom one. Just like that, and they come out. Yeah, it just takes a few minutes to do this. And get a hold of the bottom nut, turn it out. My allergies are getting to me. We still could just go in there finger tight, and when the fan blade goes on, these nuts just tighten up on there. That's it. Okay, got a razor blade. Here I'm going to scrape off these old gaskets and clean that surface up. It's right here on the front of this block is the engine number. There's like a 3-digit code there at the end. You can look that code up on the Chevrolet engine small box. It'll tell you what size it is and what it was used in. Take us a little bit of brake cleaning. Can's about empty. Yeah, that gets it cleaned off really good. Let's see what that code is on there. Get down there and look at this a little bit closer. Can we see it? Looks like CDL is the last. Pretty sure I looked at it before, and it comes up to 305. We'll get ready to drop the water pump down in there and get the bolts ready. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of this RTV stuff on the gaskets to hold them on there. Both these gaskets was the same, but instead of letting that in there hang down below there, I trimmed it off. We'll stick these things on there. Let them set up for a few minutes while we clean off the block. It don't take a whole lot, but yeah, just let that set up like that. Kind of help hold them things in place. Okay, what it looks like is the only bolt hole that goes into the water jacket is the bottom one on the right side here. So that bolt has to have sealant on it. The other ones, it's not going to matter. So let's get us a couple. Got some more bolts here. Tighten up almost tight. some of this thread sealant, PTFE stuff on the threads on the last one down there. Yeah, I got way too much on there, but better too much, not enough. That snug them down pretty good like that. Person could get a torque wrench and torque them, but okay. So I got a new fitting, or another fitting to put in here, because I'm going to put new heater hoses on it and new radiator hoses, because they're not the prettiest looking thing. Okay, this fitting down here is a 3/4 one, which is the left-hand side heater hose. This 3/4, this one's 5/8, but I'm going to put a little bit of that white sealant on there. Screw her down in here. Takes the 7/8 to tighten it up. That should be good. And we change the camera angle here, and we'll work on getting that lower hose out of there. Okay, way down in there on the bottom of the radiator. Gotta get that hose loose. I got new clamps and all put on it. So. Yeah. We can see this hose ain't good looking. Well, the new hose didn't come with a spring in it, so I got it out of the old one and fish it back down in there. Okay, I had to take a pair of pliers and kind of feed it back down in there, but we're in there. It's the Gates hose. It's supposed to be pretty good. So. Find the new clamps. That's it. This one take one big one, one little one. Put that one on there like that. this one. I can't remember. It's better if this points back to the back and out to the front. So up on there good. Not sure. I may want to point that toward the front. That's going to be underneath the alternator. Okay, you can see a little bit better this way, but this clamp right here, the alternator is going back right there. So if I have to get to it, I'll put it around this way because we could always get through the fan. That's good. Down here to the other one. This one we got kind of pointed up. That's where I have to get the it and be able to go down here beside the radiator and get to it.